Welcome to Yoga by Beka. Today we're going to do a 15-minute yoga flow that's going to be just perfect for you if you're sort of low on time. So let's start out on our mats in a cross-legged position, and let's regulate our breath and come into a meditative state. Let's do some neck rotations, rotating first clockwise and then counterclockwise. Bring your arms up high in the sky, clasp them and turn them inside out. And first, let's lean over to the right, center, and now lean deeply over to the left. Back to center. Now twist to the right. Put your right arm behind you for stability, your left arm on your right knee, and then reach deeply over towards your left, up and over your head. Right hand back down, arms high in the sky meet each other, then twist to the left. Put your left arm behind you for stability, your right hand on your left knee, and then your hand up and over the opposite way to really open up your sides. Hand back down behind you. Now face the front. Put your feet in front of you, knees bent a little wider than hip width, and knock your knees left and right to warm up those hip joints. Now turn your knees, knock them towards the right side, and let them lay there, and then forward fold over top. Pull your torso back up, go back to center. Now knock your knees towards the left. Place your hands by your knee and slowly lower your torso over that knee. Stay here for a moment, breathing deeply in and out. Now lift yourself back up. Let your feet meet in the middle and let's do some butterflies. Move your knees up and down briskly, fluttering the wings of your butterfly. Scoot your feet a little further up the mat, creating space, and then lean over, getting a deep center stretch. Breathing deeply in and out. Now put your knees together, lift them up into boat pose. Extend your hands out. And then if you would like to make it a little more challenging, straighten the legs, holding your boat pose. Breathe deeply in and deeply out. Lower your feet down and hop into a tabletop position. Flat back, level neck. Take your body and do some circles clockwise and counterclockwise, warming up your wrists, your shoulders. Sit back on your heels and then curl up into a plank position. Flip your fingers to point towards your toes, and let's do some side to sides and just introduce movement into your wrists and hands, warming them up. Just move in any way that your body needs to release any stiffness. Now let's do some cat-cows. Dip your torso down like a cow and look up. Then do a cat pose where you curl your back up towards the ceiling, pushing the ground away with the tops of your legs. Now let's catch some ocean waves. Wave it back. Put your bum on your feet and then catch a wave and curl forward. Lower your body down into Sphinx pose. Your elbows should be beneath your shoulders. Slowly straighten your arms to be in a seal pose. Lift yourself up into plank and then curl up and back into downward facing dog. Take your dog for a walk, pedaling out your feet. Maybe move your hips left to right, looking under your armpits, side to side. Catch a wave and curl forward into plank position and back into downward facing dog, getting the blood circulated. Lift your right leg up, pull through to touch your nose, and then lower your foot in between your hands. Arms high in the sky into high lunge. Cactus out your arms, opening the chest and rolling the shoulders backwards. Now slowly twist towards your right, your hands in prayer position, and put your left elbow to meet the outside of your right knee, twisting the torso. Breathing in and then exhale, then breathe in, lift up. Place the right hand beside your right foot. Left hand goes high in the sky, opening the chest towards the left. Turn that back foot out to meet the side of the mat, be pointed that way. Breathing in and breathing out deeply. Now look down and place both hands beside the foot. You can scooch it over to make a little bit more room. And let's lower down into lizard lunge. Now lift that back foot up. Take the front foot to meet it into plank position. Rock forward slightly and lower down. Before meeting the mat though, hover a few moments. Then lower all the way down and curl back up into upward facing dog. Then transition your hips up and back into downward facing dog. Left foot goes up this time. And then bring it in knee to nose. Step the left foot in between the hands. High lunge. Arms up in the sky. Cactus out the arms. Look upwards. Roll the shoulders back. Have the chest open. Now twist to the left and put your right elbow to meet the outside of your left knee so that you're in a deep spinal twist in the high lunge position. Breathing deeply in and deeply out. Now lift back up, back to center. Put your left hand beside that foot. Right hand goes up in the sky, looking over that way, opening up the chest. Now look down and place both hands. Scoot your left foot to the side of the mat to create some room. And let's go down into lizard lunge. Now lift that back foot on its toe. Take your front foot to meet it into plank. Curl back into a downward facing dog and then back forward into a plank. Rock slightly forward and lower down into chaturanga. Hover above the floor a moment, then pull yourself up into Sphinx pose or upward facing dog. Let's transition now into a standing forward straddle. Feet are wide apart. Hinge on your hips. Lower your head down to the center. Walk your hands over to your right leg, leaning over your right leg. Now walk your hands to the left side and lean over your left leg. Getting a deep stretch. It feels so good. Now back to center. Try to place your head on the mat if possible. Hinge on your hips. Take your left hand on the ground in the center, right arm goes up. Now take your right hand down on the ground, left arm goes up. Look over to the side. Back to center. Now walk your hands over to your right leg, face the front of the mat. Take your right leg behind in the back to meet your left and get into plank position. Now slowly lower down, chaturanga, hover above the mat a moment or two, waking up those arm muscles in your core. Then lower all the way down and then pull back up into cobra or upward facing dog, yogi's choice. Then push yourself back up into tabletop. Take your right arm high in the sky and then thread the needle through, laying your head on the mat. The other arm can go above you, stretched out, or you can twist it behind you for a bind. Now place your hand back down and push yourself back up into tabletop. Take your left arm high in the sky, opening the chest, and then thread the needle through, laying the side of your head on the mat. Your right arm extends out in front of you. Then if you'd like, slowly wrap it around your back into a bind. Breathing deeply in and breathing deeply out. Now release, push yourself back up into tabletop. Widen your knees and sit back on them. Then slowly walk your hands out in front of you into child's pose. If it feels good, you can roll your head left and right on the mat, massaging the sinus cavities. Put your feet together, straighten the legs, and then set your knees on top of your elbows into a halfway headstand. Breathe deeply in and breathe deeply out. Release the headstand. Sit back on your feet. Sit yourself up into hero's pose. Sitting on your feet, hands in lap. Roll your head clockwise, then counterclockwise, releasing any tensions in the neck and shoulders. Shoulder roll backwards, shoulder roll forwards. Extend the left arm out to the side and pull your head slowly to the right. Now pull your head slowly to the left side, extending that right arm out. Now get into a cross-legged position with your hands on your knees and let's do meditation time. Thank you so much for taking the time to do yoga with me. If you really got any value out of this, please like and subscribe to help me grow my channel and my yoga practice. Have a beautiful day. Thanks so much.